Alright, good afternoon folks. Wonderful, beautiful day out here where I am. Hope it's the same for you. We are getting settled in right now. Alright, today we're about to see Relentless Zellas versus the Cobalt eSports. This is the Smite Night EU Conquest League. And I'm looking forward to it. First time casting, my name's Alpha. There we go. Alright, so do apologize for the delays, but it looks like on this side of order we've got the bands are Set, Guan, Tiamat, Anher, and Morgan. Very standard top band picks. On the other side, Scylla, Athena, Giannis, Kepri, and Sobek. Again, very common top band picks, exactly what you expect to see in a match like this. And the people already picked so far. We have Relentless, that looks like they have already, they're waiting on a few people still to pick. We've got Kumba Connor chosen for support right now with Don Doug. Interesting choice going into this match. Not necessarily usually a top tier pick, but he's still very viable. The amount of CC chain he can pump out is terrifying. Nemesis going into the jungle, strong pick. We've got on the side of Cobalt right now, we've got Exidium Ant flexing out a Ganesha pick. Always strong, always terrifying with the amount of presence he can bring in jungle fights and even in lane fights with his ult. You've got a King Arthur solo pick from just APO. Kettlecop going with the Thor jungle for that nice global mobility paired with a Chernobalt. You're going to see a lot of mobility from this team right now. A lot of global presence, ability to get to fights and potentially out-rotate the other side. So it might be a little bit of an uphill fight when it comes to mobility on Relentless side. But Relentless can answer with Apollo, the traditional pairing you see in a match with Chernobog right now. And the final pick right now is Nathan with Discordia on the side of Cobalt. Alright, with the game locked in, it is now time to get down to business. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! Yeah, this is it. Alright. MechZ bringing out the Tsukiyomi presence for a strong jungle pick. Actually, Tsukiyomi looks like he's going to be in solo. And let's go ahead and start looking at some of the stats. We got Tsukiyomi, that start that you see with the Pro Leagues is paying off with advantage right now in the gold lead. And XP. King Arthur taking the worst into the deal right there in that fight out. Tsukiyomi showing that he's definitely one of the best solo lane assassins. Ooh, are we going to see a kill here? King Arthur is hurting right now. That is a kill on that side. MechZ lands his skill shot with the line basic and takes down just APO. Coming in. We've got a fight going on over here in the duo lane. Support's coming in, drops down the ult, takes out Raijin takes out Chernobog right there as the ult fails to stop their advance. Exidium Ant doing his best to peel for his team, but right now there's too much damage going down. Apollo is up in the air looking for a place to drop down. Doesn't find one, goes back to his own camp. Join the team now for another fight that just broke out. We're seeing Flaresy coming in with the stun. Kassan is coming in, getting that kill. Again, MechZ flexing out. You see the ult coming down from Kassan. Yet again, another kill secured. Kumba Connor goes down, but again, Flaresy knows he can fall back on that passive and not die. He's back up. Thor caught out of position now. Will he be able to secure the kill on Flaresy? He does not. That is a deicide right there. Poseidon Bra making a bad re-engage. A little bit too late to catch Kumbhakarna. A little bit of greed right there, showing exactly why it is just simply not safe. Never safe to be greedy with those kills. Or in the farm to keep himself up. A Thor wall dropping down to keep Nemesis off from killing Nathan T. Meanwhile, Dragon Ace is showing their aggression still, keeping on that pressure. Thor is ulting out to save himself. Is he going to go aggressive or fall back? He's looking for the aggressive pick. He goes in. Dragon Ace immediately turns around, drops an ult. Poseidon Bra is forced to peel back. Meanwhile, Nathan T comes in, gets the easy pick off of Dragon Ace from the backside. Don Doug joins the fight, comes in, dropping down a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Ganesh gets ulted and dropped down by both the ADC and mid lane. Constant joining in with that extra burst of damage right there. Relentless is coming. Meanwhile, Relentless grabbed the Fury, successfully pushed them off fire, and is now taking advantage. You see an engage from NextZ on blue. He successfully is going in, surviving King Arthur ult. Ult's back, takes the kill off that, just APO. You've got a dive in there from Poseidon Bra and a Ganesh ult, but unfortunately Exidium Ant is not able to use his full kit to try to create a kill there. Discordia just barely dodging Flare Z's root as she falls down yet again. This is not looking good for the Team Cobalt, I will say that. Immediately dipping back out. Overall, it looks like Cobalt is playing back behind their T2s, just trying to wait for a move from Relentless that they can catch him. A little bit spread out right now. You've got the two global ults sitting back some. Poseidon Bra falls back to Phoenix off the pressure from Dragon Ace. Does not even try. He's backing to heal up immediately. Looks like T2 goes down in mid without even being contested. It looks like T2 in the duo lane is going to be dropped as well. Kletakop getting dove right there by Mexi and Dragon Ace goes down quickly. Thanks for the advice. I will be trying that. See a Tsukiyomi ult diving in, trying to lock down Discordia. She goes down with the Moonlight Beams, taking away so much of her health. See King Arthur removed from the fight right there with Kumbhakarna's ult. Dragon Ace goes in to make sure Poseidon Bra is down. That is going to be a Titan push right there. This looks like game for Relentless. Zidium Ant doing his best to try to create a little bit of peel, buy some time, but it's not quite enough. That's a solid 21-3 win for Relentless into Cobalt matchup. Alright folks, here are the scores and the builds. You see Raijin coming in, 0 deaths, 406. Paulo, Dondug, 0 deaths. MechZ, 0 deaths. Very strong showing from Relentless. They're flexing their muscles right now, showing themselves to be a great aggressive team. Cool. Alright, so you've got the Heimdall pick for ADC. Very strong pick, going to hit like a truck as he always does. We're going to see if his crystal placement is going to be able to give him that little bit of edge that Heimdall needs. And will he be countered? Chang'e going in as a mid lane pick, most likely. Could be solo lane. You see Sobek being grabbed as support. Wise decision to grab the top tier support right now. Should be able to help give some pressure. Kukulkan going in as the next pick. Very strong solo laner. Not quite as on top of the game as he was last season in Season 7, where he dominated the lane entirely, but still makes good use of Bluestone and thus is able to hold his own. His Bluestone builds dominating the solo lane. Dragon Ace coming in, seeing what he's going to pick as a counter. Is he going to pick for himself in the jungle, or is he going to pick somewhere else? For the next set of bans, they've got one more chance to pick a top tier god. They're rolling in with the Geb choice. Someone we've been seeing a surprising amount in the SCC and SPL pick bans. It's Geb. early lane presence is not strong. Swapped out for Amir. Again, another top support pick. He has his weaknesses in mobility, but he has his strengths in the amount of CC he can bring down in team fights and damage if the placement is perfect. Proper wall placement, proper CC should be huge. Second round of bans are coming in. It's going to be looking at seeing a Hu Yi ban on the side of Relentless and Guan Yu for Cobalt, removing the options for solo laners, trying to make sure just APO gets his strength. You see Chernobog, again, another global ult removed on Relentless side, keeping this much more a normal game without any ability to rotate hard and fast. Without Athena and Nemesis going down, again, Nemesis being a very hard god to box, wise decision to pull out. Nija coming in as a likely jungle pick. Lots of CC, getting that ability to bring a banish into a team fight between Nija and Heim, looking at a lot of removal capabilities on her. Top tier ADC pick on the side of Nathan right now. And Serket for the jungle. Thor swapped out again. Only one left with global presence right now. Definitely still thinking about the decision, still not entirely certain. Swapped out maybe for Kali, thinking about the amount of in-game presence, and goes back to Thor, still deciding on picks, locks in with that. We've got Carson, mid laner, still making his pick. Ratatosker coming in, again, global presence on their side. Both interesting picks, especially considering right now we're probably looking at Ratatosker or Nija solo lane. My guess would be probably Ratatosker solo lane, all things considered, with the way we've seen stuff being played. But definitely a lot of flex picks presence here. This is going to be an interesting match to see on the side of Relentless what they're doing with their flex picks. Looks like Chang'e mid, and looks like we're seeing Ratatosker solo lane indeed. Alright, the picks and bans have been set. We are readied up for the match. You see I'm a Monster go off, clearing the escape as you get an ult in from Mech Z. Yep, and you see Nija ult right there. Quite impressive. Dragon Ace coming in for the kill, securing that on Scylla. Which, meanwhile, I need to get out of this. See, Dragon Ace trying to peel himself off from Thor. Successfully gets the sash, but dies down as Poseidon secures that kill. Meanwhile, just APO is chasing down a very low Flareson. Goes down, Flareson goes down with a single hit. Cullen crowding in. Will they dive tower? They back off as they see that Mech Z is coming in to get a little bit of that extra damage in there on them. Okay. Guess we're going to be stuck doing this for a quick minute. Just APO going in, getting his damage off on Ratatosker. Mech Z trying to take some extra dive, but he's paying for it with a little bit of damage. Gets hit by the stun. I'm a Monster in, misses the I'm a Monster on, dies down to a quick burst from Dragon Ace. Dragon Ace coming in, making sure he peels back solidly. Mech Z bails out with his global ult on the dive, leaving just Exidium Ant to defend tower. Alright, we've got a 3 for 3, no towers taken yet. Alright, we're watching the Poseidon bra. Going in. He gets the Heimdall stun off. Feeds. The crystal's down. Heimdall cannot get out. You see that little bit lack of mobility right there from Don Doug. Unfortunately, not saving him because he cannot use his only escape right then. The double team successfully pulling off a gank in the duo lane, trying to give them back that little bit of advantage right there. Cobalt showing quite strong. Alright, we got some fans for Nathan T right there. Keep an eye on this fight. Got Dragon Ace deleting Cullen. Alright, gonna hop over. Give the much requested Nathan T player cam. Gets hit with the freeze and the slow. Chang'e ult coming through, but beads are up. Does not go down to the stun. Forced to back out of that fight. Relentless. To be completely honest, I do need to familiarize myself with controls, and I'm not sure why it has some of these controls set to my gamepad. Dragon Ace goes in yet again. Another ult on Scylla. Beads were down from the last battle. He knew that. Dragon Ace flexing in with just the sheer amount of CC, unfortunately, that there can be no answer to on some of these gods. Taking that little bit of a push in on just APO. Goes up into ult. Dropping down, gets the knockup on. We see I'm a Monster come out. Looking for a pick right now. Nathan drops down, I'm a Monster. Unfortunately, looks like he only hit Player Z. Definitely taking some little bit of damage from that, but not enough to secure it. The double freeze right there. Player Z coming in to help secure both kills for Mech Z. Back off, falls back to keep an eye behind them. Player Z pushing under tower right now. Got Exidium Ant who's kept an eye out trying to heal. Going to exert a little bit of pressure, make them pay if they dive under tower too much. Player Z taking the tower shot, swapping off, letting them get the pressure down, burn tower. Unfortunately, no matter what, you're not going to be able to see enough response pressure. Dragon Ace comes in from behind. You get the ult. Is that going to be enough? Every single ult in this team fight coming down right now. That ends poorly, unfortunately, for Cobalt, as both their ADC and support go down to the flurry of ult. Mech Z comes in to clean up the back end as Nathan T attempted to rotate. I'm a Monster goes off without successfully killing any of the team. Mid lane now, the second target you see that wipes down with an ult from Chang'e, freeze from Amir, followed up by damage from every single person of the 5-man team. We've got a death ball in mid. The sort of thing that's not going to be stopped by just a couple of defenders. Cobalt's crumbling under the aggressive pressure and CC change that we're seeing right now. They're going to have to find a hard answer to it. Their level advantage is being shortened. Looks like duo lane still has a little bit, but otherwise we're seeing quite a struggle. You're seeing them burn down tight. Is there going to be an answer for this? Let's look at just APO. Thank you for the follow. Just APO, seeing if he can get in, go and get the steal. Scylla as well. Nathan T contemplating getting that pick. Scylla going in, seeing if they can secure an Amir kill off of this. Unfortunately, they don't have enough coordinated damage to take Amir down. Relentless gets off with a free fire giant. A little bit of zoning from Amir, backs off to heal up and secure their back camps. Looks like Carson is trying to close in a little bit, get some zoning off. Don Doug and Player Z burning down the Oni Fury. You get the ult in from Thor, drops in. Is that a successful steal? That is a successful Oni Fury steal. That's a big advantage. But you see Cluttercop deleted by Chang'e's ult right there. Not exactly what you want to see, as he dropped his own in return, but unfortunately did not secure a kill off of it. Took Phoenix without hardly any resistance. You're looking at Relentless at almost full health right now as they're looking into the next team fight. This is not going to go well if we don't have a fully coordinated defense. You've got a fire wave or minion wave pushing into Twin Titan right now, forcing them back. Cobalt's having to play defensively. Now with a gap in their defensive line, they're going to group up, looking for the next push right now. Relentless seeing what they can grab. Just take a look at how this looks from the side of the defenders right now. Exidium Ant trying to figure out who he can steal. He gets blinked and dash past right now, gets a freeze, so he's not able to successfully steal. Dragon Ace comes in with the ult, successfully dropping down every single teammate. Exidium Ant doing what he can, gets deleted by Chang'e. This looks like another Titan push right here. You see Heimdall doing exactly what he does best with that ult, just getting someone out of the team fight. And that's just APO deleted, as this is a clean 2-0 wipe by Relentless. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was quite the set of plays that we had right there. Quite the set of plays. Looks like Relentless just took the security that they had from a high aggression team. Until I catch you next stream, this has been Alpha, streaming for the Smite Night EU Conquest League. This is the match between Relentless and Cobalt, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.